Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Today we're going to talk all about bass and treble strumming. Now, if you currently just strum all the strings as you play down and up, this will really revolutionize what you're doing, okay? So this is going to change how you approach playing the guitar. And this is going to be something that actually will make it sound much better than just strumming all the strings, right? So just doing a blind, like, hit all the strings approach can work, but if you have more control over which strings you're hitting, it's going to sound infinitely better because you can do all the strings if you want, but you can also aim to hit only the bass strings or the treble strings, or even add little phrases in between as you get more comfortable, okay? So really with this, I have a progression that I've created here, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy, but our main goal is the strumming hand, okay? So if you were watching the intro video of the piece that we're going to play here today, the first chord I'm doing is a G chord, so we'll start by talking about the strum pattern over this G chord, okay? I'm using the standard 3-finger G. You can use any form of G that you want. And I'm doing down, down, up, down, up, down, up. But instead of going like this, what I'm doing is hitting the bass strings on beat 1, then doing a down, up on beat 2, and then a down, up on the bass strings on beat 3, and a down, up on string 4 on the treble strings. So how I achieve that is I'm moving my forearm for strumming. So I'm basically, imagine like shaking water off your hand, right? So that kind of motion. And that's the strum pattern, I guess we'll say the part of the arm or hand that is going to control the strumming pattern. Now the elbow is going to control what strings I'm picking. So I'm going from bass, treble, bass, treble. So we have these two motions going on. We have this. We also have this alternating motion with the elbow. Okay, so a lot of times I'll see people when they strum from the elbow. In my opinion, there could be nothing worse for your strumming ability than to strum from only the elbow. What you want to focus on is getting that pattern coming from the forearm. Okay, so moving that back and forth, like opening a doorknob, shaking water off your hands. And the elbow is going to control the strings that you're picking. So I'm doing, to start off here, you can even start with this down strums like bass, treble, bass, treble. So I'm doing both motions. It might be hard to see, but forearm plus the elbow moving back and forth. You don't need to be exact here, so we can actually have some leeway. We can hit, let's say for the G chord, the string 6, 5, and 4. We can hit string just string 6. The treble strings, we can hit strings 1, 2, and 3, or we can add the 4th string in. It doesn't really matter if it's perfect. It's really just about trying to get a difference in sound from the bass to the treble, okay? And if you've ever heard of the country train rhythm, we're pretty much doing the same thing there. Right? So we're just making it in a different package here, slowing it down a bit. So bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble. If you're just starting, you can do bass, treble, bass, treble. Okay? As you get more comfortable, you can see how that will sound better than going. They'll both work, but this will have some more interesting features to it. And also, if I'm doing just a straight strumming pattern, when I'm going down, I'm not hitting all the strings, right? So if I did like, I'm going to try to aim for, let's say, 4 strings on average as I go down and up, right? So the G chord is the first pattern we're going to do this on. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so bass, treble, just remember that. And then the C add 9 chord I do next, I bring my middle and index finger down 1 string and my ring finger up 1 string. And so this is the form I'm using for this pattern. You can also add the pinky finger underneath if you want, but we only want to hit string 5 here. So I'm blocking string 6 with my middle finger, okay? You can use your thumb to block it, or you can try to be more accurate with your picking hand, but I find that middle finger blocking it just helps out a little bit. Twice. 3 times. A minor next, okay? So going to the A minor chord. And obviously in this video, because I'm not explaining the chords, I'm expecting you to have some knowledge of these chords. Not that you have to, but to be able to work on these kind of patterns, you want to be comfortable with those chords as well. Otherwise, you can just sit on that first chord, the G chord, and work on the strum pattern. So A minor, we're going to play that standard A minor shape. And in this case here, with the thumb, it's blocking out string number 6, so I can hit only string 5. So I'm just touching on string number 6 there. And so same thing, bass, treble, and then a D chord, string number 4. This is harder. So I'm blocking out string 6 still. I'm trying to hit string 4. If I hit string 5, it's not a big deal. It's not going to kill the chord, so I'm not too concerned if I hit that 5th string. Like, I'm trying to hit it, but And really it's the first note that I'm really just trying to aim for that root note, that bass note. And the rest of it is I can hit, you know, multiple strings. No big deal at all. All right, so that's our first progression. Now, just to add some more fun in this, I repeat that twice in a row, and then I'm going to go to a minor part. And if you prefer minor chords, go for this section here. So E minor, and I'm going to go basically same thing, string 6 as the root, and then A minor instead of E minor. I'm blocking the 6th string again with the thumb. You can play E minor with your index and middle, or your middle and ring, whatever works for you. Then I go to a regular C. You could do a C add 9 as well. And so I should say 3rd fret, string number 5 is our root note again. So in this case here, I'm using my thumb to block, but also the ring finger touching the string above. And then a D chord. Messed that ending up there, but it'll be G, C add 9, because I went to a C there. There should be a C add 9. And I just strum the C add 9 once, and then the G once at the end. So at the end of the E minor section. Okay, so for the G chord, I go down, down, up, down, down on the C add 9, back to G, down. And there it is, right? So I'll let the piece play out in a second here. But really the whole point of this lesson today is to talk about the alternating bass treble strum pattern and trying to incorporate that into your strumming. And you'll find this will fit into almost any song you can play. So even if you're just starting to think about this and you can't do this quite yet, keep in mind that when we're strumming, we're not trying to hit all the strings at once. And that's really, even though like a song might show you that the whole chord is being played, most of the time that's not what's happening, unless someone's strumming like super fast. And even then, narrowing the picking pattern can make it easier to play fast. So there's a whole range of reasons why we want to do that. But for this case here, it makes it a little more interesting than go out. We go. Again, I played the C chord instead of the C add 9, but you get the idea. Okay, so here we'll take a listen again to the piece so you can listen to it as we go out. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, more videos like this each week to give you tips on your guitar playing. See ya.